Ladies and gentlemen, soul seekers, adventurers, explorers, welcome back to the channel of evolution. My name is Shuby, and I am stoked today to talk about air. The reason being is to continue the discussion of the elements, and because today will be the end of my 4-day fast, and I am just feeling wired. It's unreal. So I had a dream like a week and a half ago, and I woke up having to I had this feeling that I needed to fast for 4 days. It's literally the first thing I told myself when I woke up, which I know sounds crazy, but I said, screw it, after I put it off for a week, just gonna do it. So here we are, I did it, and I lived on nothing but water and air, and I feel alive. Now, it was really crazy because last night I had this dream, and it was like I went into my body. You know, I was like tinkering with my heart, like I was repairing it and fixing it and improving it. And then I was like in my brain, and I was like soldering electrical connections, and it was such a surreal experience. Like I was just in there fixing and repairing everything within my body, because it's kind of what I love in life, right? I build houses and I like fabricating shit, and I'm just a creator and a builder, and it hit me deeply. It was awesome, a really awesome experience. And you know, that was it. I lived on air and water for 4 days. Now, air is the ether, you know. This is like the fifth dimension. It's beyond our perception. We can't see it. You know, and yet this is what like Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein studied to make their massive discoveries, because they were studying things that they couldn't perceive. This is an incredibly creative, you know, viewpoint on life, and that is kind of what air represents, is like the creative, and like people who are able to create from nothing because it's beyond our perception. And you can utilize this right here. You see that? Yeah, me neither. But it's prana, it's life, it's air, right? And it's really cool because scientifically this is impressive. You know, years back I was looking into breathing techniques and believing that there was something there intuitively, and I just couldn't find anything. All of my fitness friends didn't care about breath work. You know, that was all about the exercise and the eating. And then even like my yoga friends didn't really know a whole lot about breath techniques other than, you know, really basic breathing exercises that we all learn. And it was cool because back then when I started looking for it, I was introduced by divine light to Wim Hof, and it wasn't even breathing related at that time. It was because I was doing ice baths, and someone was like, hey, you need to check this guy out, dude, it's awesome. And then sure as shit, there was the breath technique brought to my light, and I started practicing fire breath and the Wim Hof breathing method, right? And that was an incredible experience. And then I started reading this book called The Oxygen Advantage by Mckeown. And I definitely recommend people read that book because it teaches us like how the body utilizes oxygen from breathing all the way in. Because, you know, we take in air, and that makes us an alchemist, right? Because this oxygen goes in, and then the body makes all of these biochemical recipes, right? It's like, okay, here's the recipe for glutathione, for detoxification in the liver, you know, and here's the recipe for melatonin and serotonin, and here's the recipe for every single thing that our bodies need to heal themselves and create and metabolize, and every function comes down to these biochemical and bioelectric elements. breathing allows all of these biochemical changes to happen, because oxygen is one of the most important molecules in most of these biochemical changes. You know, and it's another thing comes down to like blood saturation, right? If we're just breathing through our mouths, chances are we're not building up a blood saturation, because you breathe in and then you hold it, and once the body signals for carbon dioxide and it starts to build carbon dioxide and it senses more and more, well, that's when the oxygen is released into the bloodstream. So if we're not really sensing any carbon dioxide, we're not actually utilizing the full potential of oxygen of our breathing. Once you're able to understand that process, every breath will saturate your blood even more. And then once you get a better blood saturation, you're capable of so much more. And this is a necessary, beautiful thing, especially for now, because we are seeing these health issues related to breath and our ability to breathe. Air is fundamental, extremely important, just as important as water, which also allows the biochemical changes and the bioelectrical changes. And then earth, which is the material, the substances, that's our food. And then the food is introduced into the fire, which incinerates it and breaks it down into its elements. All of these four things, they come together in perfect harmony to maximize our potential. This is why it is so important to not just be one, but to balance all four. And that is why balance is such an important thing. Love life, learn to breathe so you can create full health from everything that you take into your body. Thank you guys. I love you guys. I hope you took something beautiful from this short, quick message about air and breathing and life. The symbolism, I'll try to incorporate more as we go. Peace!